In our headlines tonight, Governor Obiano urges Anambra to support his drive to make the state's tourism and investment destination. UNICEF charges communities to sustain efforts towards achieving open defecation-free status. Federal Road Safety mobile courts to begin sitting across the country Monday next week. And on the foreign scene, Australia recognizes West Jerusalem as capital of Israel. Good evening. Glad to have you join us on the news tonight. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Governor Willie Obiano has declared the exhibition site at the Ministry of Diaspora, Indigenous Arts and Tourism as a permanent exhibition site. The governor made the declaration during the opening ceremony of the site at the ministry. Jerome Udoji Secretariat Complex, Oka. Government House correspondent Jikabana is our guide.
Governor Obiano said that the ministry is the tourist base of the state, which has a lot of cultural potential. He commended the ministry for its dynamism and creative ingenuity, asking Anambra to uphold their rich cultural heritage, saying that the move is in line with his drive to make the state a tourist site and investment destination.
This is a wonderful transformation of this place, and it's going to be a permanent exhibition art center for both this ministry and Anambra State as a whole. So it's my pleasure to officially declare this exhibition center open, and I do that in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
The Commissioner for Diaspora Affairs, Indigenous Artwork and Tourism, Mrs. Sally Mbanefo, stressed that the ministry is gearing towards making the state a tourist center in the country and beyond, and appreciated the governor for his vision, passion, and commitment to the good of the people.
Because of the amazing inspiration we all have as commissioners from our executive governor, he gave us a go-ahead within 1 month of being here to create amazing changes, because he is a governor of incredible achievements.
A tour of the exhibition ground by the governor formed the highlight of the event. From the Jerome Udoji Secretariat Complex, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Open defecation has been identified as one of the major causes of diseases amongst the people. The Program Monitoring Officer of Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, RWASA, Mr. Andy Nwanze, stated this during a one-day wash clinic and review session at the Nnewi North Local Government's headquarters, organized in conjunction with UNICEF. Correspondent Uche has the details.
Open defecation has been identified as one of the major causes of diseases amongst people. The Program Monitoring Officer of Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, RWASA, Mr. Andy Nwanze, stated this during a one-day wash clinic and review session at Nnewi North Local Government Headquarters, organized in conjunction with UNICEF. Mr. Nwanze said the essence of this event was to sensitize the communities of the dangers and impediments of open defecation and the need for effective hand washing to lessen the burden of diseases.
Safe is the water, because our own water, I will say, you make sure it's safe for drinking before I take it. We also discovered now, from the point of collection of water through your transport to your storage container,
the Transition Committee Chairman of Nnewi North Local Government Council, Prince Chukwudi Orizu, in an opening remark, expressed satisfaction with the turnout of participants and highlighted some of the hazards of open defecation.
In as much as no one other local government to be defecation free. And we started working immediately on it. One of the first things I did is to go to markets. I started with the marketing.
On her part, the sanitation officer of RWASA, Mrs. Oluchi Nwankwo, said Nigeria was ranked second globally by the United Nations on open defecation, which led the presidency to declare state of emergency in that area. She urged participants to avoid the menace and health challenges that comes along with open defecation. A participant, Pastor Amobi Ike, said that influx of commercial motorcyclists into the local government area was a major cause of open defecation in the area. From Nnewi, Ushe reporting for ABS News.
Governor Willie Obiano has congratulated students of Anambra State for emerging winners in the finals of the presidential inter-school debate. The state's representatives defeat from Benue State in the final, which was keenly contested. Uche once again filed the report.
Governor, represented by the head of service, Barrister Harry Odo, in a statement, hailed the students for their consistency, excellence, and hard work, and further commended the organizers of the presidential school debate, Nigeria.
Students no longer do what students used to do in the past. But today we are seeing these things coming back. And I'm quite proud. In Anambra, I'm quite proud of Nigerian children. I'm quite proud of Anambra children. I'm quite proud of our students. You can see the little boys and girls who are speaking extempo.
Also speaking at Alexander Davis Center, Awka, the Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Omenoha, praised the students and people of Anambra for the victory and thanked the governor for being education-friendly, noting that Anambra is benefiting immensely from its educational policies.
This is an association that I know that is passionate about the development of youth, that is passionate about public speaking, that is passionate about the unity of Nigeria, that is passionate about the oneness of Nigeria.
In a remark, the Executive Secretary of UBEC, Dr. Hamid Boboyi, represented by Mrs. Balonle Ishola, noted that the essence of the President's school debate is to train students in logical thinking on issues making rounds in the country. On his part, Professor Jerry Agada, Chairman, National Advisory Board and former Minister of State, commended the Anambra State government for always supporting the debate and urged other states to emulate the states. Earlier, the national coordinator of the program, Elder Dari Oritu, thanked the governor and people of Anambra for their unequaled hospitality. Dignitaries at the event include the secretary to the state government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelu, the senior special assistant to the governor on primary education, Lady Pat Ubia. Earlier during the day, the students paid a courtesy call on the traditional ruler of Awka, Obi Dr. Gibson Nwosu, who called on the students to think of pursuing a career in the military as the world is rapidly changing.
I know that there's not enough job to go around. Whatever you can lay your hands on, survive on it until things become better. Eventually, Nigeria will not be like this. It will change. Many of these beautiful countries that they are running to now, they started like this. But Nigeria will eventually be, one day, reach there.
In Awka, Ushe reporting for ABS News.
Ministry of Agriculture, Mechanization, Processing and Export, and the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Agriculture hosted the first Anambra School Agro Quiz competition in Awka. Correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata reports.
Program held at the Agricultural Development Program Office, ADP Awka, attracted 2 schools from each senatorial district in the state, teachers and other major stakeholders in the agricultural sector of the state. Declaring the event open, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Mr. Afam Banefo, underscored the need to sensitize and increase the knowledge of students across board through agriculture. The Commissioner recalled that the ministry, in support of Governor Obiano's initiatives, had launched 2 schemes during the past dry season to promote the best practices in the farming system. He urged farmers to feed well, to be healthy, to produce more.
Once you're a farmer and you're producing, you should understand diets. You should understand how to feed yourself to be healthy, to produce more.
In a remark, the Senior Special Assistant to Governor on Agric, Mr. Obioma Mbanefo, stressed that the program tagged Green Week and 9th edition is to inculcate knowledge and passion for agriculture in youths. He commended Governor Willie Obiano for his commitment towards promoting agriculture and making it his top priority aside security. After the quiz competition, participated by 6 students from 6 selected schools in the 3 senatorial districts. Master Victor Nwosu from Flora Azikiwe Model Comprehensive Secondary School Neni in Anambra Central Senatorial District emerged the winner, while Ms. Chioma Ononuju from Girls High School Uga came second, and Ms. Chisom Oba from Community Secondary School Orifite gained the 3rd position. Speaking to the ABS in an interview, the 3 winners expressed joy and thanked the ministry and sponsors of the program for giving them the opportunity to participate.
I'm so glad to be the winner of the quiz. I'm grateful to the governor I'm grateful to the commissioner. I'm also grateful to the sponsors, Obioma Mbanefo. I say may the Almighty God bless and reward them in Jesus' name.
In Oka, I am Emmanuel Shibata, reporting for ABS News.
The 201 mobile courts set up by the Federal Road Safety Commission, FRSC, nationwide to prosecute traffic offenders during the Yuletide season will begin sitting on Monday. Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, Corps Marshal of the FRSC, who is on a nationwide tour, disclosed this in Ibadan during his visit to Oyo State in an effort to ensure free flow of traffic nationwide during the Yuletide season. The Corps Marshal said all his personnel would be mobilized to ensure motorists obey traffic rules and urged road users to comply with traffic regulations so as not to spend their Christmas and New Year in prison custody. He called for maximum punishment for any motorist that assaults any office personnel, saying 71 of his officers were assaulted by motorists from January till date as a result of malicious behavior of some road users. Like the biblical story of how the sweet, savoring aroma of Abel's sacrifice went up in the sky, so were the melodious voices and choir renditions made at the Anambra State Christmas Carols and 9 lessons hosted by the ABS. The State Christmas Carols, kicking off the Anambra Homecoming Festival, was intact, rendered to the glory of God and the appreciation of the attendees. Performances by 2 choir groups made the night a memorable one. David Okwakwasili was there for the ABS and now brings the report.
Red, white, and black, significant colors of the season, the participating choirs held their audience spellbound by the magic of their voices. The event, piloted by the Ministry of Diaspora Affairs, Indigenous Artworks, Culture and Tourism, did not only celebrate the reason for the season, but also was a platform to market to the world the huge and rich socio-cultural and economic potential of the state. Leading in the reading of the 9 significant lessons of the festival was the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, followed by Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. James Eze, the host Commissioner, Mrs. Salim Banefo, Commissioners for Health, Dr. Joa Kabike, Trade, Commerce and Investments, Dr. Christian Madubuko, and the Information, Mr. C. Dawn Adenoba, Chairman State House of Assembly Committee on Information, Honorable Kinsiri Yoruba, and other numerous heads of ministries, departments, agencies and boards who attended the event. It was also a spectacle seeing some of those members of the State Executive Council make special appearances in conducting the choir. Speaking at the event, Governor Willie Obiano, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Chukwu Lobelo, said the state carols and 9 lessons have come to stay in the state, which is one of the results of the present administration's efforts at ensuring security of lives and property, which has now promoted nightlife in the state.
I'm very pleased that we're getting into, I think after tomorrow, the last week before Christmas, every person is getting into that mood, isn't it? So I think on behalf of His Excellency, all I can say now is to wish every person a very peaceful preparation to Christmas, the days leading up to Christmas.
For the Culture and Tourism Commissioner, Mrs. Mbanefo, the event is kicking off a 1-week series of activities marking this year's Anambra Homecoming, which includes a palm wine festival which will help create job opportunities for the youths of the state.
Because of the passion of our governor, His Excellency Willie Obiano, in being in touch, in communicating, in constant love and care for our people in the diaspora, this government is the first and only government to create a diaspora ministry in Nigeria.
In a short exhortation, Reverend Father Jerome Madeke said carols are important as it helps to deliver the message of Jesus Christ to every nook and cranny of the society, decrying how the present society has tried to remove the essence of the celebration, which has led to reduction in norms and values of the society. In Oka, this is David Okwakwasili reporting for ABS News.
That was a beautiful carol hosted by the Anambra State government. The Bishop of Obaru Anglican Diocese, Right Reverend Prosper Ama, has charged youths to be actively involved in supporting activities to promote healthy living and discourage involvement in social vices. We have the details.
Speaking at the grand finale of his football competition between the Black Stars of Oboko and Blue Dinari of Atani at Central School Field, Atani, Obaru Council area, Bishop Ama said this will equally discourage them from getting involved in drug abuse and cultism. He explained that he initiated the competition to engage the youth in productive venture as well as use it as a platform to expand evangelism. The bishop urged those who lost in the competition to wait for future opportunities, as he intended to expand the scope of the tournament to accommodate more age grades, while the trophy will be redeemed annually.
Today, I can redeem me with something. But for this year, all the champions are in Nanya. Other years, there may be other teams. So I got fine-tune here. I only propose in the next year, not the above senior team.
The Archdeacon, Oboko Archdeaconry, Venerable Ephraim Mume, explained that physical exercise improves metabolism and overall health of individuals and commended the teams for conducting themselves very well. Venerable Mume explained that through the competition, budding talents will be discovered and encouraged to become stars.
Our bishop feels that the Bible says bodily exercise profited little, and it's necessary for us to develop in these dimensions so that from this we could get very beautiful stars for their own purpose and for the good of the nation. So trying to encourage the children.
Earlier, one of the coaches, Reverend Kalon Joel Weto, urged the boys to avoid acts capable of marring their future.
Through your life, the kind of life you live should be the kind of life that brings glory to the name of the Lord. Do not conform to the pattern of this world.
The competition was won by the Blue Dinari football team by 2-0 against Black Stars of Oboko. In his reaction, the captain of the winning team, Master Arinze Obeke, thanked the organizers for giving them the opportunity to excel. Highlight was handing over of the trophies.
And Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced that his government recognizes West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Morrison noted that for now, the embassy won't move from Tel Aviv, but that may change later. Morrison emphasized that a two-state solution is the only way to resolve the dispute. Australia's announcement regarding the capital of Israel differs from that of the United States a year ago because it refers specifically to West Jerusalem. When President Donald Trump made his announcement a year ago, he made no such distinction between West and East, saying instead that the U.S. recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The last Ofala festival of Igwe Peter Chukwuma Ezenwa of Oba has been celebrated. The event celebrated at the Ezokboko Ofala Arena marked the end of a one-week celebration of life of the Oba monarch. Staff reporter Njideka Okoye witnessed the celebration and now reports.
The Ezokboko Ofala Arena was filled to capacity as people from all walks of life, including the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, senators, other politicians, industrialists, traditional rulers from within and outside the state, Oba people in the diaspora and at home, among others, gathered for the event. The regent of Oba and the fourth son of Igwe Ezokboko, Chief Noel Ezenwa, accompanied by his wife and traditional rulers from different communities, danced to Igbe Zetun. Masquerades of all sorts, cultural displays and other dances were showcased at the Ofala Arena. Presenting a message from the throne, the regent, Chief Noel Ezenwa, said that Igwe Ezokboko lived a successful and fulfilled life in business, politics, marriage, and was devoted to the service of God, humanity, and Oba community in particular. Noting that they had the responsibility of upholding his legacies and assured his unalloyed faith and love for Ndi Oba.
For the 2 years of his later life, he devoted to the service of humanity
and Oba in particular. It is not my intention to bore you with a long list of his achievements. Suffice it to say that he worked hard, lived well, and prepared well for his last lap of his life. To God be the glory.
President Muhammadu Buhari, represented by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Ngige, described Igwe Zokboko as a politician, businessman par excellence, and urged leaders to aspire to achieve success in whatever they do.
The President Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, sent me to come and give his felicitations and goodwill message to the people of Anambra State, people of Idemili South, people of Obatang, and the Ezenwa family. I'm also here in double capacity, like I said, as former governor of this state. And so we wish you well. We say bye-bye to him. We say farewell. Jan Koma.
The President General of the Patriotic Union, Chief Ifatu Zowulu, some of the Igwe's cabinet members, including Chief Odunwabo Madekwe and Chief Ogonnoredu, described Igwe Zokboko as an exemplary leader, noting that last Ofala festival in Igbo land means last public outing of a traditional ruler, which will be done on his behalf by the regent, who is also his first son.
Will surpass the capabilities of Igwe Zenwa, but I know that will be very difficult to find. So if they are able to find somebody who can rival him or who can come close to his level of performance, that will be good news for our people.
For the president of our Women General Meeting, who is one of the cabinet chiefs, Chief Janet Okeke, and the councillor representing Oba Ward 2 in Idemili South local government area, Mr. Kenaga Sefo, the leadership of Igwe Ezenwa has brought positive change to Oba and has given every Oba indigene a sound recognition everywhere in the world.
We are praying, it's a serious prayer, that we can get somebody that will be like Igwe. Now, our people have known that Igwe Ezopoko done a great thing.
Others who gave testimonies on the leadership of Igwe Zenwa include Sir Alexander Orakwe, Chief Ekene Buzeme, Sir Okeabasmalo, Chief Okudilianyoha, among many others. The regent, Chief Noel, announced that Igwe Zenwa's children will build and equip an ultramodern primary school for St. Peter's Church Parish, Oba, to immortalize late Igwe PC Ezenwa, and announced a 5-man committee headed by Prince Peter Ezenwa Jr. and Dr. Sir Felix Ozo as secretary. From Oba, Njideka Okoye, ABS News.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. Like us at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. And now a recap of the main points. Governor Biano has urged Anambra to support his drive to make the state tourism and investment destination. UNICEF has charged communities to sustain efforts towards achieving open defecation-free status. Federal road safety mobile courts are to begin sitting across the country Monday next week. And on the foreign scene, Australia has recognized West Jerusalem as capital of Israel. That does it tonight on the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Kachifo.